Hey everyone, and welcome back to Mage the Ascension Technogate 2000. Today we are going to be playing the episode The Pendant and the Vault. And we're going to start this off with our standard round of introductions here. So Tycho, tell us a little bit about your character and what does he look like?
Hi, everybody. I will be playing Tycho Vance, late 20s, white male, 6'1", up until recently. Mostly favored retro futuristic metallics, and is almost completely now just kind of drab t-shirt and jeans. I think he probably in the last episode he found a flannel somewhere, and now he's wearing that. Um, he used to make sure that his hair was nice and short all the time, and now it's out to about an inch. Um, he grew up at the Madison Construct, where his father was the legendary adventurer Buck Samsonite, and his mother was in charge of the research and execution division. At the age of 18, he went on a little adventure with some werewolves and spent a few years bumming around the Umbra fighting the worm, and that ended in a bit of tragedy. And when he came back, his mother got him a job on Technogate Team 42, and that's when this game started.
Awesome, thank you very much. And Phaedra, tell us a little bit about your character and what does she look like?
Phaedra is a 29-year-old Black female. She wears a white blouse, a white lab coat, black fanny pack, black slacks. She started with the Technocracy about 2 years ago as a progenitor, uh, originally from Vegas, for various reasons, and has been with this group ever since.
Awesome. And Malakai, tell us a little bit about your character and what does he look like?
Malakai is 6 foot tall, has got long, shaggy hair, semi-muscular build, I guess. Wears jeans and a coat. Grew up in the military. Listed once with the Air Force and then was picked up by the Technocracy due to his effectiveness with firearms and power systems. Was on teams that hunted reality deviants, and then was a captain of a team that hunted reality deviants until he made friends at a makerspace in his private time. Unbeknownst to him, they were also reality deviants. Got him in a bit of trouble, ended up getting cross-moted, demoted to be the head of security for the civilian team, one of the civilian teams, I guess, at the time, TG-42. And now, after saving the crisis on Earth, on Second Earth, Altered Earth, stopping that, he's a bit without leadership, so he just wants to keep his teammates alive, and we'll go from there.
Awesome, thank you very much. And Gretchen, tell us a little bit about your character and what does she look like?
Hey everybody, I play Gretchen Fury, and she's another techno brat. She grew up in the Technocracy, however, she is with the NWO and became a spy for them. She is currently in Madison searching for Kyle to recruit him in what she feels is just the Technocracy is just hiding, it's not really gone. The best way to describe her, and I know I say this every episode, but I'm gonna say it again: casual matrix. Her outfit is a bit ridiculous. She has a long black trench coat, gray shirt, gray slacks, knee-high boots, aviators, and is usually a cool and stoic kind of person, just wanting to get the mission accomplished and moved on to the next one to make it a better world for everyone.
Awesome. And so this episode, you guys are going to be going to France. We kind of had a little chat about this before game started to kind of decide on what major task that they wanted to kind of jump into here for this episode. So they're going to be going to France to open up the vault that holds a bunch of demon information. And so one of the first things that I want to know is, how are you guys getting to France? You have a couple different avenues that I can think of, such as like plane, boat, and well, car to boat, or maybe even boat the whole way, depending on how you want to argue the way that you could get through all of the Great Lakes and get out to the ocean possibly. But in any case, you also have like gate technology, correspondence, all of that kind of stuff, kind of at your disposal. So that's my kind of start off for you guys, but I'm gonna let you kind of take it from there. You guys are organizing, getting ready to head out to France. And I'm just gonna kind of open the floor to you guys. You guys are all, I'm gonna say the setting that you guys are starting in right now is you are all at Tycho's mother's house. And right now you guys are kind of getting everything together in the living room and kind of, you know, getting ready to do this. So talk to each, you know, kind of open up that you guys are just got together to discuss this whole thing. Kyle is in his room right now, but if you want to bring him in, you can just bring him in and I will play Kyle.
Is it fair to assume I was able to hit up a node at some
Yes.
point before we... Okay.
Yep, you guys have access to the node at the, you guys have your portable one. You also have the one at Technogate.
Okay, great.
Is anybody going to suggest boat the whole way?
No.
All right, probably not.
I mean, do
Okay.
we have time for that?
Was there
I don't know if we were
do
tradition
planes not
mages.
work anymore? Like,
If we were tradition mages, I could see a boat being faster than anything else. It's just like you would spend like 30 minutes in the Umbra. It's like you leave the shore of Lake Michigan, and like 5 minutes later, oh, there's France.
I'm
Because
sure
I
the
believe it to be possible. No, I think we should probably get the Technogate working.
I also agree that we should probably focus on that. Be helpful for later.
Does anybody know of any constructs in France?
I probably would.
Would I know of any constructs in France?
I will allow you, if you have Technocracy lore, you can use that. Or Mike, don't you have some kind of weird lore about conclaves or conclaves, constructs?
Constructs? I don't think so.
I thought you had. I know you have a background, or like your background is in, not an actual in-game background, but you have a
I
background.
have one dot in. I have one dot in childhood at the construct.
Oh, you do have a dot. You have an actual dot in that. So if you don't have lore, then Technocracy lore, or really, I think that Technocracy lore is about as maybe mage lore. But you guys, I know, don't usually. I don't believe you guys have been picking up a lot of different lores. You've been using databases to hold a lot of your information. So you can roll just intelligence at difficulty 8 if you don't have a lore, but I'll allow at difficulty 6 with a lore or that background that you have. So you can get an extra dice and lower the difficulty down to 6.
Okay.
Other than that, it's a straight intelligence.
How about we find out from Kyle where exactly this vault is? Because if we can get the Technogate working, we should be able to just drop on top of it, right?
Yeah, I mean, technically, I mean, depending on what you're doing, you might, if you had exact coordinates, you might be able to, like, you know, pinpoint some shit. I mean, the gate is pretty powerful if you can get it up and running.
I honestly am viewing the gate as secondary, and finding a place to land is primary. I had one success to try to remember a place that would be safe to land, or walk out of, teleport to. Gate 2. whatever verbiage.
I failed. Uh, just a 0. I didn't botch or anything, but
Okay, no info.
shrug emoji from Gretchen.
2 successes from Tycho, 1 success from Malakai. And
Yeah,
then
and that
is
too is
Phaedra trying as well?
Yeah,
that too is
what was the skill again? I'm sorry.
Just straight intelligence unless you have lore. Difficulty of 8 if you don't have the lore.
Does the lore include childhood of the construct?
Correct. Yes. And
Okay, yeah. So I did it at 6. So.
yep. And then it'll if you have a lore, it drops it to 6.
Yeah.
But if you say I have vampire lore, it's not that you might know about some vampires. But Phaedra doesn't need no lore. She just is
It's
gonna.
always when it's a bullshit roll that I should
Yeah.
know nothing about that I succeed.
You got 3. Oh God.
So Phaedra, you have a faint memory of at one point you'd kind of like was messing around inside of the database and had kind of looked over some different kind of constructs that have existed. And you do notice that there is a let's see here. A nearby conclave would be in that you saw that kind of jumps out to you would be sorry, 1 second here. I'm just pulling up. Vannes would be nearby. Vannes. There's a construct that you remember being there just as while you were maybe just fantasizing about going to France someday. That used to be connected to the like gate network. So this is another Technogate that existed in France, basically. An underground facility, same kind of thing, as very similar to like the setup of what kind of like Technogate is already. At least it used to be from the last time that you checked kind of the database. Tycho, you also remember the same thing, except for that. I would say Phaedra, you actually, I'm going to say that Phaedra, you'd actually been there, and had like gone there for like a trip or something like that, like on one of your vacations or something like that, and had actually been in the base and stuff like that. Had met some of the people, so you have some like minor contacts there, that might be that you'd at least talk to before, very minor because you just had met them on your way there and kind of like out. So there's Lieutenant Wren was was the person that kind of, met you at the gate and brought you out into France and maybe even showed you around a little bit in the local area. But Tycho, you heard about this place. You had never been there before.
Would that have been in the last 2 years that she met Lieutenant Wren?
Yes.
Yeah, because,
After.
okay.
Yep, since she'd been part of Technogate. It was, during one of your downtimes or something like that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So Vanessa is probably not even saying that right at all, but
I'm pretty sure it would just be pronounced Van.
Really? Just Vannes would be just Van?
Well, I mean, Van.
French doesn't like
French
to
person.
pronounce the last letter of a lot of the words. I
Oh.
didn't study it a lot, but that's
Kind of like
its-
Illinois.
yeah.
Anyways. So Van, then is the we'll just say that, I guess. We'll tell I get my wife to look at the word. I guess I should have looked up pronunciations a little bit better, but
Oh yeah, she
I suck at
she
this
actually
shit.
like speaks French to a
Yeah,
certain extent, doesn't
she lived in Paris for a while.
Anyway,
Anyways,
um,
so moving on. So and there is like an underground cavern system that is nearby Van that just is on the outskirts of kind of like the city. There's a underground tunnel system that you guys have been told exists that's supposed to be used to kind of confuse and make people, it's you got to know your way through. So basically, um, he's not able to tell you the exact pinpoint location of where the vault is within the catacombs, but he can tell you where the entrance of the catacombs is, and he can direct you through the catacombs.
so Kyle,
Kyle,
explain it to me again. You know where the entrance to the catacombs is, and you know how to get through them
yes,
to the vault door, and then this pocket watch, it opens it.
correct.
Have you ever seen it opened?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Like how big is the inside of this vault? Is it just like an 8x10 room, or is it like more catacombs inside the vault? What are we looking at here?
So the catacombs to get to it is approximately about a 15-minute journey. There's multiple different paths that you got to kind of take, and it changes based upon what the symbols are that you're gonna see as you get to each kind of break in the the fork in the road, basically. So I'll be able to decipher these hieroglyphics and get you guys to down the proper path. I've been there only once before, and I only was at the entrance to the vault. I've like was inside. I think there might be more to it. I'm not 100% sure, but the room that I was in was basically a library filled with, and kind of like a mix of a library and a museum, a bunch of items that had been locked away, along with a bunch of scrolls and books that had been stored from, all the way back to the beginning of human civilization, as far as I understand. The room itself is about 500 by 500 feet, give or take.
That is a very large room.
Yes. Think of it as like a giant library / museum, but one giant room.
Gretchen will like say under her breath, she'll be like, probably all belongs in a museum. And then she's just like totally hating Kyle when she's listening to all this like bullshit he's telling them. So
Okay. All right, to you guys. All right, so the plan is to use the Technogate. So that means we got to take Kyle through the construct. Do we need to make any preparations for that, just in case, like, he's some sort of weird sleeper agent or something?
You just render him unconscious and drag him through.
I mean, we could just blindfold him. We don't have to like make every episode Weekend at Bernie's. Like, uh, you know, just walk him through the Technogate with a blindfold. That's a
I think that we try to blow his mind. Just, hey, yeah, no, this facility, we abandoned it. It's so lame because the technocracy is so great. It could be a recruiting thing to show them the gate. If we're going to go that route.
I just want to trust Kyle and give him the benefit of the doubt so bad.
I mean,
I
I
already
guess
do, but I carry a pistol with me everywhere, and I'm very good at drawing it.
I guess I
Yeah.
could mind scan him to see if he has like any secret mental like Manchurian candidate things in his brain or something. I don't know how fast it would be, or if anybody trusts me to hook electrodes up to him, so that might not be an option.
Yeah, we were going to get a brain scan similar to. Oh, we probably should get a brain scan at you too because you haven't had one yet. We keep all our brains on file.
Yeah, but it was Robert that used to do that, and now it's her.
I'm working on it. I mean, it was both me and Robert together.
Yeah,
He did
yeah.
most of the heavy lifting, but I could remember some of it. I have a mind of 3, by the way.
Yeah, let's do some brain scans, get some save points going. And then once we get that done, we'll go to the construct and we'll work on the gate.
And Phaedra can call her friend eventually to let him know that we're going to be popping in. So we don't end up meeting a line
Oh
full
yeah,
of.
when we get to the construct, you're going to work on the gate. I'm going to work on tunneling into that the construct digital system and figure out if there's anybody there before we even do anything.
Yeah, that sounds good. So let's get some. We probably should get all of our brain scanned just because the date changed. Get an updated version. So
Yeah, do we have copies of the previous brain scans that Robert did?
Yeah, you have
I-
access to that.
Okay, yeah, maybe do a little check just in case.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've updated our drive.
it's always good to check over your health history before you travel overseas.
Phaedra's gonna come at us with a big fucking syringe. Like, these are just all the vaccines that you need.
How do you know that's exactly what I was going to do?
I trust you implicitly.
You shouldn't.
I know. Tycho trusts Phaedra implicitly.
He should, but it's okay.
He's a bad judge of character. He gives everybody the benefit of the doubt constantly. Anyway,
That's what makes
brain
you
scans?
cute.
Yep.
Sure. You basically have, I'm gonna say, access to easy enough technology just inside of the house that you're in right now. Your main, the access that you have. So, give me an Arate roll, or actually, if you want to lower the difficulty, you can do technology, or actually, I take this all back. Gretchen, how are you brain scanning?
Yeah, I'm just I really okay. I kind of want to be like I have an on the go system, which is like some electrodes that I can hook up into like the headphone jack of my Palm Pilot and kind of go from there. Um or I I I don't have what the acronym means, but we can go off the Nana thing and I'm like, "Oh yeah, has no one ever visited like Pop Pop?" And it's like, down the road and that's like the brain scan memory machine is like a nice grandpa or something like that. I feel either way is fine for her. If she can't find something in the construct, she definitely has the quick means to do it.
So I'm gonna say you have access to both then.
Oh, then like full on construct stuff for sure.
All right, cool. So there's like a machine that Gretchen shows you guys that's it takes a little bit of work in order to get it back up and running. And that'll come into the technology role also that you'll just be doing to lower the difficulty, but it'll be a technology plus intelligence difficulty of 8, 6 if you have hypertech.
So that machine is at the construct?
Actually, no, it's in your guys's your mother's house.
Oh. All right.
I thought it was in the construct, but that's fine. Maybe she showed it to me at one point.
No, actually, no. Yeah, right. It would be in the construct.
I just feel like insert appropriately cute name / acronym here. Uh, not as prepared for that as the other ones, but it's the Technocracy.
I like
The
Pop
way we
Pop.
roll. Pop pop. So so many letters I need to come up with next week for that.
um. So, tell me if you could just kind of give us a little what would you imagine this kind of
So
device to be like? What's Pop
I'm
Pop?
it's a whole room, man. It's a whole room. NWO is not about saving space or anything. They love that like Johnny mnemonic feel kind of. And you walk in and I feel like it's kind of been like turned off and maybe that hallway has the light that's flickering because the construct hasn't been used in a while. And uh she like knows where all the switches are because like she says certain rooms are standard in every construct, this is like the fourth room on the fourth floor and she turns them all on and flicks the switch and it just like zooms to life and I feel it's um just uh like a really weird cat scan machine you can stand in pretty much. Like there's a platform, there's like a really big keyboard kind of station and stuff like that. It's very ostentatious. And she'll just ask everybody to go in and um you know be as calm as they can be and think of like a blank white room or something like that, kind of deal. And this like big, when they get in there, this like big kind of like head thing with wires comes from down from the ceiling and you kind of like fit it on your head and then you go from there. So
All right,
is
I
that
love
okay?
it. I love it.
Okay.
I love it. Um, have you ever seen Best of Both Worlds for Star Trek?
No.
Oh, it reminds a little bit of the chamber that like Locutus is like inside of. But anyways, um, let's see here. So, um, let's have you do. Do you have hypertech or just technology?
Just technology. Yeah, she
So it'd
never
be
got
technology plus intelligence, difficulty of 8.
2 successes.
And then I'll have for just a base brain scan. Difficulty will be 3, or no, 4 after your plus minus 1
For the magic roll.
for the extra success. So yep, so it'll be Arate difficulty of 4.
3.
All right, 3 successes. Um, you get 3 scans. You got to roll again if you want to get more. But I'll let you choose 3 or roll again to get more.
Um, I think I'll roll again. Like I'm just like, oh, what I'm forgetting something, and I'll look in the manual and I'll be like, oh yeah, I forgot to put in like
Well, I
the
would say
quick
that you completed 3 scans,
yeah.
probably. Like you haven't done anything wrong. 3 scans have gone through without a problem. You just gotta, do one more. But that roll, didn't cover
Yeah,
that.
I'll look and I'll maybe be like, oh, these are coming out as I expected, but it's not happening as fast as I thought it was, and I'll be like, oh, I know I didn't, I did the settings kind of weird, like I didn't optimize the stuff as a way to be like, why didn't this do what I wanted it to do? Like, why is it taking so long to get to the number I need it to be? And I'll roll again, kind of tweak it from there. Is it the same difficulty or is it
Same
5 now?
difficulty.
So so 2.
All right. Then you have 5 total that you can do. You can scan your pet's brain if you want.
Well, we need the 4 of us and Kyle, right?
Oh yeah, Kyle. Mm.
I mean, I trust Steve implicitly.
Sorry,
so
yes, Kyle. Oh yeah.
I don't need to get his brain where it's just like mice and fish and cheese and meow mix. So uh yeah, so we do that. And like I feel like Pop Pop is like less like thematic than Nana. Like they were on the same line of like naming, I guess. That they didn't know, but like Pop Pop is very much just like this stern old like Patrick Stewart voice, but kind of not nice, I guess, type deal in the room.
I love it. All right, so you guys are all scanned up. So next, you guys are going to be working on rebuilding and getting Technogate back up and running. Um, so to make things simple, I'm just going to say that I want a cohesive effort from everybody that's actually working on it. We'll be doing an RET roll at base difficulty of I'm going to say 8. And you are all we're not going to go into spheres and stuff like that. You guys are all just working to repair with the knowledge, the interactions that you've had with it, and regardless of your spheres, you're going to be able to repair this thing. But it'll be a base difficulty of 8. You can use hypertech or technology. Hypertech will give you a -2 to your difficulties, but technology will be a difficulty 8, so difficulty 6 for regular, or sorry, for hypertech, and then you can do a technology plus intelligence roll, unless you can argue something else. But Technogate is mostly technology, so.
Just to be clear, we did the brain scans, and from what we saw, Kyle doesn't have any hidden agendas or any like mental triggers built in.
Not that
Anything
you
that
can
like
see.
activate
Okay.
on code words. Okay.
Okay.
He'll go slightly up in Gretchen's favor for not being a sleeper agent. She'll give him that. You know.
So we all transport to the construct and just go to the room and start working on the Technogate. I guess I'll do intelligence hypertech at 6.
What is the base arret difficulty?
Base arret difficulty is 8. You can use quiescence to lower the difficulties as well, remember.
Can we fill up on quintessence? Up to our genius rating?
Absolutely, yep. And then so with Malakai, with 0 successes on that, you fail to be able to participate in the arret roll this round.
Sounds good.
But
Alright,
so
I
let's
got-
go ahead and do, unless you're just doing straight arret, go ahead and roll your arret roll here. So Gretchen, was that actually just your arret that you did straight difficulty 8?
Well, I think that one was for the mind scans, wasn't it?
That
My
was the
apologies.
mind scans. Never mind. I'm a fucking idiot.
I thought this was just Tycho and Malakai. I will get on
It's
that.
oh, it's
Difficulty.
who all wants to participate, I guess. You don't have to participate. But
We're doing difficulty 8 Arte. That's what
difficulty 8 Arate, and you can lower the difficulty with the technology plus intelligence roll, difficulty of 8. Or hypertech at difficulty 6.
We're getting the gate back up and running.
Okay, so I'm lowering it. I have 4 successes for my technology and intelligence roll.
All right,
How
so
much-
the lowest that it can go is 3, so the lowest difficulty is 5.
I'm adding 2 successes to our not ritual, but ritual helpfulness operating the gate because we're technocracy.
I'm adding 3.
I got 3. And my ret roll was lowered to 5 due to my hypertech roll with 3 successes.
And we just have Malakai left. Or no, Malakai didn't roll the 0. Never mind, I'm an idiot.
I'm thinking about driving.
He's like, I just want to drive there. That'll be fine. Bitching about, what are you guys doing?
In case it
Drive
wasn't
there.
obvious, Sosi is now back in the keychain, so she's along.
All right, so with 8 successes, I'm going to say you're very close to completing the gate at this point. I'll tell you what your target number is now is going to be 10. So you need just 2 more successes. So you can pull people from the project at this point if you don't want to risk a botch, to a certain degree. Like,
Can I ask? Fun fact: my familiar has paradox nullification. Can I get rid of that paradox I gained a while back? Can I
yes, that's fine.
give him a treat? Okay.
Two here.
Okay, so I mean, I can help. We don't have any paradox now, but I might not be the best for this kind of thing.
Well, I've got hypertech, so I have the best chance of lowering my ret roll. So I'll just say that we kind of have to commit to whoever's going to be in it beforehand. So I'm going to commit to me. If you guys want to just let me finish it, I should maybe be able to do it.
Yeah, go for it.
I think that's fine.
All right. Difficult 6. Holy shit. That's still a 0.
I mean, that's a commitment for sure.
Yeah. So unfortunately, though, a 0 means that the whole spell is broken. Like a botch, you didn't botch it, but you did fail the whole thing, so you were reset back to 0 successes. So Tycho's been fucking around with it. He's like, I finished this right up, and clink, and just like grabs like the wrong thing, just like the whole gate just goes, and it's like all the power.
There must be
diagnostics
something wrong
are
with
all off.
these Heisenberg compensators from the 50s should be absolutely perfect, and there's no reason it shouldn't be. You know what? You guys work on this. I'm gonna go figure out if anybody's in the construct in France.
Can I roll intelligence plus technology to see if Tycho just accidentally kicked out a power cord? To just be like, there's
At
just-
difficulty 9.
Okay. Challenge accepted.
Go for it. I've done it before. It's 1.
That is 1 success. I will give you that 1 success there.
I just pick up the cord and just plug it in and at least turn it back on a little bit. It doesn't need to transport us, but it's just like,
I will say that I will allow you to regain half of these successes with that, so you're at 4 successes instead of 0.
okay.
So you still need 6 more.
I'll help.
I mean, like, I guess I'll go find like a surge protector for it maybe or something as my other role. Like,
I'm gonna
start
spend a
pressing buttons.
willpower as well, just in case. That's 5 successes.
Is that all we need? How many do we need?
You need 1 more.
God damn.
Really?
Okay, fine. Okay, so intelligence plus technology to help.
Please.
You can use your old roll. We don't need to redo that over again. So
Okay.
just do a ret difficulty of, I believe you were at 5.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
The trick is you have to hold the plug while you do that because it hangs out. Like, it wasn't connecting.
Yeah.
So
One of the circuits got tripped.
yeah. So
Well, I'm in
I
a
feel
All
room.
right.
I'm in another room. I'm I'm trying to hack into the surveillance systems in the construct in France.
So the gate comes to life. The black hole regenerates, and you reopen up basically a hole in space time. That generates this giant 100-foot super gate that basically allows for spaceships to travel through it. You can also travel by foot. It's not pleasant at all. It really fucking sucks, actually. Most people prefer to take a spaceship through, but you don't have a spaceship anymore because I took it away from you and everything else. So, and so sorry, Phaedra just changed herself to like John Wick for a second. I was like, oh shit, she's coming for me. Took my spaceship. No. So you Tycho, you are going in and starting to look into the so where are you going for this information? You going to the digital web, the corrupted database, or the internet, or something else?
I would assume there's like a kind of a security control room somewhere on base. And actually, I was going to ask Malakai about that because I feel like he might have been trained in that stuff.
Yeah, let me show you. And I'll take him to one.
Yeah, I know they didn't use a
Alright.
lot of hypertech on this stuff because they mostly manned this with the sleeper. I'm sorry, we're not supposed to call them that. The non-genius population. Honestly,
I think sleeper is better, but yeah, okay, yeah. Let's
unenlightened. I can't remember.
You're trying to come up with a non-derogatory term for mortal the boring? Is that?
I
Yeah,
yeah, I
it's-
don't think we want to call them dum-dums throughout the game or something like that. If like, you know.
Yeah, well,
simple-minded.
back in the '80s, it was a different time.
Yeah, we'll figure something out once it
Yeah.
You just can't say that anymore.
I think
figure something out.
this will be our new phase of the technocracy. This is the technocracy we are making. We will be like, sleeper is an okay term. It is not only for traditions. Maybe.
Technocracy light.
Yeah. This is our first integration of the new technocracy. So
Alright, so you got a terminal. What are you... So you're going into the corrupted database then?
I was hoping Malakai could help me with it.
Yeah, I'll assist in any way that I can. I mean, and we might as well check the corrupted database. Worst case scenario, the data's not, any good, but maybe it's in a chunk that's not ruined.
Alright, if you want to access that database, then it'll be used... I'll allow technology, security, computers, not hypertech.
Yeah. All right, I'll do intelligence technology.
Me too. Add a 6.
Yep, difficulty 6.
Sure.
Not a botch, just a failure.
Yeah, I've been doing that a lot today.
Looks like 1 for technology.
Do I have any magic that can help with this?
You're
don't.
able to verify that you were correct in your memory and one exists, but it doesn't. All the rest of the information is all too corrupted for you to be able to access.
Is this anything Phaedra and I can help with, or is this just like boys' club time?
Yeah, let's say boys club. That's what it is.
Okay. Because if you want me to come in and plug in the computer, I can't.
No, we're gonna figure this out. Okay, we're
You
just looking to
sure?
get into the security cameras, or just the activity energy logs um of the
Now,
other
you could use
constructs.
magic if you want, or enlightened science if you have entropy, correspondence, and
Sounds like
possibly which is
Yeah,
data. Stuff like that would
let
allow
me
you to maybe do something, but you
Sounds
have to
like
tell me
Phaedra and I
how
could
and
just
why.
like
I
Fonzie
mean,
this
we're
shit,
kind
you
of
know?
right
You
here.
guys are fixing the gate right now.
Yeah, we're working on this.
I mean, we
I'm gonna pull out my my external, like, long distance surveillance module, and see if I can plug it into the system. Be like, well, if I can't get to the security cameras, maybe I can just use this suite of computers to you know remote view the place. That's a normal thing we do.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All
So that
right.
would be
Um,
intelligence hypertech.
yep, that'll be
ret
for
roll.
lowering your difficulty. What level of correspondence are you using?
Oh shit, I only have 1.
You are
Goodness.
not doing very much. Now,
sent the
data,
2 correspondence people away.
if your
I
character
mean,
is more into the data stuff, you can try and use it to uncorrupt the corrupted data maybe at level 1, but it's not going to be very
Oh
good.
yeah, I'm gonna uncorrupt the data stream.
All right. And then Malakai, are you also assisting in this?
Is data spirit? No, data is dimensional science. What is data?
No, data is correspondence.
Okay. No. I mean, I have forces, matter, and prime. So
Okay.
I'm
You don't
not
have
actually
entropy as well, or entropy, or
not a useful amount. No. So
Well,
I
go
worst
at it
case.
with the computer again or something.
Yeah, I'll try to send the director an email.
well, you'd have to know the email system, like, and that's kind of the part of that's all corrupted right now. There isn't really much, besides that it existed. Um,
All right, I won't send an email.
maybe you could
Just
try.
I just imagine me and
try
Gretchen just sit at a table watching them.
Give me
No,
give me a computers
you are
plus
fixing the gate.
intelligence difficulty
you are
of 8.
fixing the gate. You are fixing the thing that I broke.
We did fix the gate. We plugged the thing back in and we actually followed the user controls at the beginning and we didn't say skip, skip, skip all the time. So
Yeah,
I
but
think if we're
we're doing this
this,
at the same time.
we're going to go get snacks from the executive level kitchen because they always have the best snacks.
All right, I got 3 successes on my hypertech. So what is that? A ret roll 3.
Yeah, go ahead. Difficulty 3.
There we go. All right, 4 successes to uncorrupt the data stream.
This will give you access, then I'll say, to some remote camera stuff that, or normally would have given you access to a remote camera, but even when you get into the system, one of the things that you immediately kind of realize is that they're off the grid. Like you're like, okay, I finally figured out how to like uncorrupt the IP address of this place, and the static IP address, and when you ping it, it's not there. Like there is no server responding back saying that IP address has anything there.
Can we look at hey Malakai, can we bring up records, like see if it went dark at the same time as this place?
You know, something tells me it did, but the good news is it's dark, so there's not going to be anybody there with a bunch of guns pointing at us when we pop in. So I think we're safe to go there.
Well, I'm just trying to make sure. But yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, it's probably going to be like this place if it's similar.
Are there any I don't have. Are there any
Any what?
activity coming? I was thinking like distress calls, but all that has happened in the past, and we already researched all of that.
Actually, no,
So
that's a good, like, you kind of look through the past and stuff like that to a certain degree of this place, and because you were also wondering when did it go dark, right? And there
yeah,
was a brief um thing that happened at this place. There's a distress call that kind of goes out that's just completely damaged, but you know that it's a distress call, um, and then the place just goes dark immediately. It's like garbled screaming is all that you kind of get from the recording of the distress call.
Oh, it's one of those obnoxious calls that is. It's just, yeah. Okay, that is unexpected. They didn't just pack up and leave like they did here. Although maybe in either case, I guess we go.
Maybe we send a drone through first.
Yeah, either that or we just go through on alert. Like, I think that if we do a little bit of prep, we can go through on alert, and worst case, we all die. But I'll die first, so won't be a big deal. For me, because I won't have to watch you guys die. That's what I'm
I was just
thinking.
thinking, you could probably put your mech suit on for this.
Oh yeah, I probably can.
Yeah.
At least to verify that the place isn't overrun. What would be there? You think vampires, werewolves?
I
I
don't
mean,
know. Is
Is there
it's
a
not
way to
even.
access more
You're
computers?
not there. We're Malachi and I are having like a side conversation. We're in the control room specifically for
Mike
the
is
next.
like, I don't want to be
No,
by the girls.
no, specifically for what I'm about to say. I just, it's not even that like I'm afraid. It's just that if there is something there, I just know Phaedra and Gretchen are going to be like, they're going to yell at me for it. Just trying to avoid that. Anyway, let's go back. We'll put the drone through, and then we'll go. All right.
I was thinking about something for flavor, and if this is too much, just let me know, guys, because I'm still new to the group. But Gretchen has like a bajillion dice for a stealth roll, so I feel like while she and Phaedra were eating the like executive level snacks, which is probably like super butter microwave popcorn,
Hell
that
yeah.
like she bet Phaedra $20 that she could like get to the other side of the room without either of them knowing, and then like be like, "Did you say my name?" or something like that. Like just sneak in the room and just scare them. But we don't have to do that if we don't want to.
I'm totally down for that. Because I would legit make that bet.
So okay.
Honestly, yeah, I say go for it.
How do passive perception work in White Wolf?
I just
do
do you'll just do a perception plus perception plus alertness difficulty of 6 versus a stealth plus dexterity difficulty of 6, just to keep things simple.
So
And specialty dice add one, or specialties add one die for that roll.
Yes, and that is
Okay.
something that if you have a specialty, I really liked, and I picked this up from the New World of Darkness games and stuff like that, is that you guys get an extra die for your specialty. Just kind of makes it kind of nice. So if you have a specialty, remember you can always get an extra die for that.
So I have Josh, if I may, because this is kind of complicated. I have 4 in Dex, and then I have 4 in Stealth. Plus, I have 1 from my specialty in Shadowing. Plus, I have 3 from my level in Cloaking.
Yeah, so I would just probably do the. You can do the, like, what's the formula for that then?
And then I think they get a -3 on perception, -3 dice on perception because
Uh,
I have cloaking.
when you click on it, you can go to modifier and add 3 DP mod.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't
dice
think it
pool
will
mod.
calculate the negatives though.
Well, you have to do
I'm
all
just,
the calculation yourself, so you just add
yeah,
in
I
what the
was thinking
final
just doing
formula
like a
is.
bunch
Yeah.
of d10s kind of
Or
thing.
you
But I
just
wanted
roll a bunch of d10s. That's fine.
I just wanted to let you guys know why it might look weird. So 4 plus 4 is 8, plus another 4 is 12.
Okay, tons of dice. Get ready for -1.
Oh, I did it wrong. Hold on, wait a minute.
Rolling a
Not this
d10.
way. But it doesn't. How do you tell how many numbers you want?
It's r/12d10 s 12d10s greater than actually 6
We can
f
just
equals
figure
1.
out.
Yeah, we can figure out the fails.
Do that.
There you go.
No ones.
1,
Regardless,
3.
I
6.
Damn.
So now, do
Oh
we
wait, did you
lose
minus
3
3
dice?
dice? Did you minus
Yeah,
3
do we?
dice?
I think we lose 3
I would
dice.
just roll the d10s minus the 3 or do the same thing she did.
What was my difficulty, Josh? I didn't even ask.
6.
Okay. 1, 2, 3,
see.
4,
Do you have
5, 6.
Minus 3
All right,
dice.
let me try that again.
Yeah, so yeah, you got to try yours again here because yeah, you have to minus out 3.
And if we're talking into the Twitch verse, if I did
Y'all didn't
this
see
wrong,
shit.
send us an email. We'll redo it next time. This is just fun with dice right now.
Oh
I
yeah,
apologize
absolutely.
if I'm making any rules lawyer's head explode. I will fix it for next time.
I can't guarantee that. Anyways, so that works out perfect. So you are able to jump up behind them, and catch like the very last little bit of that conversation.
And so I'll just be like totally like behind you on the other side of the room, like a little bit far in, not just be like next to you, but like a little bit far into the room. And you're just like, I'm worried like Phaedra and Gretchen are gonna yell at me, and I'll be like, why would I yell at you? Did you do something wrong?
Then I like instinctively pull out my gun and like accidentally shoot the ceiling. Jesus, where the hell did you come from?
I just walked
Oh.
past.
I casually walk in, don't say anything, but give Gretchen $20.
Anyway, we the just a second. Whew. The France construct is completely dark. It went completely dark at the same time as this place. They sent out a distress call. What was it, like a little bit later?
And
So we
like
were just saying,
June or August.
how
One
much
thing
later was that?
between our construct here and theirs was that ours did not have a distress call go out, so
Yeah,
we're not really
Oh,
sure.
Were we able to get any video from inside the facility, like from
Nope.
before?
Did I try to do it?
I'm not going to stop you. But I was just I was telling Malakai we should probably just send a drone through first, just see if we can get it back, just in case.
Phaedra, are you going to try to enhance pixels in the video?
Yeah, I want to access all the computers. Because if there's something there, I want to know. I don't
Yeah, we
like
were trying
going
to.
in blind.
Yeah, we were trying to find live feeds. So I don't know if maybe we can find some old video.
Okay.
Oh my.
They
That
just like, I
was
don't know what to do
intelligence
here.
versus technology. What is the Arete roll to like pull up cameras?
It would be data and stuff like that that you'd be. What do you have in? You have like 3 in correspondence, right?
Yes.
So you still have to do your roll here.
Yeah.
Or you can
That
just
was
do a
just
flat one and not even do the roll, but it'll take you. You failed this roll. It took you a little bit more time, which doesn't really matter right
that
now.
was to lower the difficulty. I did intelligence and technology, and obviously I failed that, so I'm just gonna do the Arte roll.
Okay, so you're not okay. Yep.
So what's the Arte roll
Arte
difficulty?
roll will be difficulty of 6.
2 successes.
So you reach out with like trying to in the internet, knowing all your back codes and the maybe even a little bit about the digital web and stuff like that. How to get into some like special backdoor kind of things. Everything that you attempt gives you this basis that basically you believe that if there is any machines there, they're all destroyed. Like that there's nothing that's not even hooked up to the internet that's just powered down because you have some like tricks up your sleeve that you could even power up a powered down machine, maybe even have some like remote electricity hit it for a short amount of time in order to like get something, anything. But every little trick that you kind of try kind of brings back that everything is either destroyed or missing or gone, like not like
Okay.
what it was for
Nothing was any of the data from before shit popped off. Is that destroyed as well? Did I try to pull any memory from that?
So any of the, I mean, it's a construct very similar to Technogate.
Okay.
There's not much really to give you in its past.
Okay.
There's
No
it's a
worries.
very similar to Technogate, and it
Constantly wiping itself.
before it went
Yeah.
dark and before the distress call comes out. There's nothing there to like kind of tell you what happened before the distress call.
Okay.
You know what, guys? We're on a clock. Let's just pop in. Let's just use the gate and pop over there.
Push Kyle in first.
We're all
Push
together
Kyle in
all at the same
first.
time.
Oh, poor Kyle.
I mean, we can send the drone first if we want to be cautious.
That early.
That is Harley. I might need to take her outside in a little bit here. So I think what we'll do then is just have you guys go through. And when you do come out the other side, what you see is imagine Technogate, but not in like a shut down kind of format, but completely ruined. Everything is busted and smashed. Like the walls are like slightly caving in, and there's some main like structural load bearing spots that have been damaged, and the whole place is just completely filled with it gives you very much the vibes of when you guys went to the Technogate in the far flung future.
Okay.
And so everything is, damaged, and the power is completely off. You guys arrive and it's completely dark. There's no fires or anything, but the entire area just has that feeling of like smoke and fire and death about.
Is there maybe something you want to answer later? But is there signs of a firefight?
Go ahead and do a perception plus alertness, difficulty of 6.
I do an investigation.
You can do investigation if you wish. Yep.
I'm looking for 2 things. I'm looking for bullet holes, and I'm looking for big ass claw marks. I got
Forget laser holes.
oh shit! 1, 2, 6, 6 total.
Holy crap. So 3 10s, nice. Gretchen, you got looks
I
like
got
2 successes.
Yeah, the way the 1s and the 10 work.
And then Phaedra got 0. So I'm gonna say, Gretchen, you kind of check around and you definitely get like this idea that there was some kind of battle that kind of took place here for sure. This isn't just wear and tear of time. So the main thing though that Malakai you're kind of able to get is a yes, there is laser holes, fire burn marks. There seems to be a lot of residue of I would say entropic kind of residue and Jor residue, death resonance everywhere. But also just this concept that there's a feeling of strong death resonance everywhere, along with all of the damage that you kind of are looking for, and you find claw marks and you find different bullet holes, laser holes, stuff like that. But the sizes of the claws vary. But it definitely was something that happened a long time ago, and it doesn't seem like there's anything immediately here that is of danger to you. But I am going to take a pause here because Harley's going to bite my arm off if I don't take her outside, or she's going to poop on my floor. So,
Do you mind answering one question first?
oh, go ahead.
Does it feel like it was Black Spirals and Nefandi, or?
Yes, you get because you have dealt with Black Spirals before, actually. So you get kind of a Nefandi-ish Black Spiral kind of feeling, yes, from the area.
All right, that
Not vampire.
No vampire kind of feeling though.
okay. All right, cool. Thank you.
We will be right back. Hello everyone and welcome back to Mage the Ascension Technogate 2000. We are in the midst of our the Pendant and the Vault episode. So they have just arrived at the van construct. They have discovered that it is completely trashed and destroyed, basically. You know that above this, though, is just a normal city building that you guys would have for the exit, and you are able to locate the exit. There doesn't seem to be much of interest here besides old battle kind of stuff that you guys kind of look into. Maybe figure out a little bit more. But you know that it's basically based upon what Malakai has deciphered, is that it feels very much like it's a battle between the Nefandi and maybe some Black Spiral dancers, alongside with the Nefandi fighting the Technocracy. And what you do get, though, of a sense is that this wasn't like a one-sided battle. Very much like the far-flung future was like a one-sided battle. The Technocracy just got its ass handed to them, and you saw the results of the main Technogate going down. But this offshoot facility does look like it put up a pretty good fight, but then because there is some cleaning up of the debris to a certain degree. It still looks like this place was decommissioned, but only after pretty much everything was destroyed in a massive battle. But you guys can make your way out of here to basically what is an old office, not old, but an office building in downtown Van, and it is currently abandoned. Pretty much all
Kyle,
cleaned out.
How far away is the entrance to those catacombs?
Oh, from here, well, let me check here. And he pulls out a book, and you don't see any writing inside of the book until he starts moving his hands in certain symbolic ways, and you start seeing what looks like a minor map of the area kind of appear, in old map style format. And you can see that according to the map that he kind of has out before you, is that it's approximately 25 miles away, into the wilderness, basically. So you get to the outskirts of the city, and then it's like 20 miles, 5 miles to the outskirts, 20 miles further is where this, and it looks like you can take a road all the way up to about 5 miles away, and then you'll have to truck it through wilderness for about 5 miles.
Okay. Is there a garage in this building? Like with a garage door?
Yeah, we'll say that there's a underground garage facility.
Okay. Just to make things simple, can I summon Sosi and make her like a diesel van that's appropriate for this area of France?
Yes, absolutely.
Beep boop. That's done. Everybody in.
I go for the driver's door, and then
Yeah.
and then I get into the I'll let Tycho drive Sosi.
Yeah, I haven't driven for a while, so
Yeah.
yeah, I'll drive.
If we get into shit, I'll take over. But
I think Kyle has to take shotgun the navigator seat for the map. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Do I get a shotgun?
Kyle.
Malakai, you're stuck in the back with us.
I'm just thinking, if we run into shit, you're gonna be climbing back here, and I'm gonna get to that window so I can shoot. But otherwise, yes, you can have shotgun.
I mean, he could
I'll
be
just-
backseat driver too after that comment. I mean, he doesn't have to be.
Oh, and just to let you know, I guess we haven't described what Kyle looks like in this episode. So he's got like his hair's kind of grown out. He's got the like shaggy, kind of beard. He's about 20 some odd years old and look maybe a little bit older now with the shaggy long hair and kind of creepy beard that he's trying to like, not grow, but it's growing anyways. And he doesn't shave. So, but other than that, though, he's got on like a backpack, and he actually like changed his clothes for this. He didn't shave or anything like that, but he did change up his clothes. But he's just got the basic like Nike t-shirt with like some blue jeans on, and like a sports jacket, and a backpack on.
All right. We're just gonna go.
All right, so give me a very simple drive plus dexterity, difficulty of 5. This be a nice
When did I get
calm.
drive 3?
Cause you fucking driving, man. There's been like racing episodes.
That's all right. Dexterity drive.
I would like to look out the windows, particularly for threats, as I normally do.
Yeah, difficulty 5. That looks like a 3.
All right, so you're solid. You got 3 successes. You were able to drive without any traffic violations or any problems with cutting somebody off or whatever amount of craziness I could have done if you had botched, which was very unlikely. But if you had botched, it would have been bad. It would have been a whole derailment, and we'd have to call this episode like the like cut somebody off episode. Anyways, that didn't happen.
I thought you were risky for naming it early. I'm just like, we don't know we could end up in a paradox realm,
We close
Down
the
the
book on
narrow roads of
M20.
Europe.
We open up Road Rage the game.
Hey man, we could stream that.
just-
I bet you people love Road Rage. It's a great
Just
game.
a quick aside, as a person who has been to Belgium in the last 2 years, and it was for work, and the guy that drove us around was an Italian, and we were driving around on these just fucking narrow ass roads. I didn't understand any of the signs. An American driving around in France, I think it should be difficulty 8, honestly.
Wow, no, this is a good point. And you know what?
In which
Great
case, I would still have
argument.
one.
You got
I would have
you
one
got the
success.
5 miles out of the
Actually, grandma.
city, and you're now to the outside of the city where things even get more crazy and confusing and narrow, and you're going out into the middle of the country. It's a good point. So yeah, you only got 5 miles. So you got about 20 miles left to go. We're going to start it out at a difficulty for the first next 10 miles will be 7 for your difficulty.
All right.
Are we in poor roads, or are we off-roading?
Oh, poor roads for sure.
Okay.
Like poor roads, but not quite off-roading. You can once you get to the last, I think it's what I said, the last did I say 3 or 5 miles? I don't remember.
Yeah, it was. Yep.
Last,
So it's not
the
the roads
home
are
stretch.
bad. It's that they're just narrow, and I wouldn't understand the signs.
all right, and then the
Also-
last trek will be difficulty of 8.
Also, if we're going off of a Hercule Poirot methodology, you just like gave a Belgium example, and we're in France. Like, I'm gonna be
We're
so mad at you right now.
Horrible. Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah,
But
that's
same difference. Both
there we
sides are the
go.
same.
There
Yeah,
we
like,
go. It's
least they're in
America,
French.
right?
Well-
Everywhere in America is the same.
I mean, that was his whole
Oh.
shtick throughout all the books.
His only mistake was saying that he was in Belgium recently. He should have said, "I was in Europe recently,"
I was in a French.
There we
speaking.
go.
and that would have been
Okay,
enough.
first of all, in Belgium, they speak Flemish, which is a combination of French and something else, Swiss or something like that. And actually, Belgium and France are very similar, especially in that area. Except now we're in Van, which is in
Far
western
away.
France on the friggin' coast. Probably wasn't touched as much by World War II, so it's probably different from the place that I was. But you know what?
Are you trying to like?
I got 3
Are
successes.
you
on that
helping or
last roll.
hurting your cause?
I got 3 successes. I rolled 2 10s on that last one. I'm getting used to the roads.
So you and Sosi, you guys work together to just, you just know these roads. You feel like everybody, you guys have a great trip, no problems. Like you don't feel like you have to hit the dashboard at any time and be like, fuck, we're all gonna die. But you guys do get to this wilderness area. There's a little foresty section here, and about 5 miles in would be the start of the caverns. So are you going to take Sosi through the woods in the off-roading capacity, which there might be some trails, she might have to like squeeze a little bit. You might have to become a slightly different shaped car, but
When I
Well,
was
that is-
16, I drove a lot of off-road, a lot of four-wheelers, I'm used to the I have specialty in off-roading is what I'm trying to say.
You know what? Let's do it. I'm gonna be like, okay, Malakai, I am not good at off-roading, but one of Sosi's powers is that she can change her shape. With I think I dumped some quintessence into her, so I'll just mark those off.
I'll help. I'll pay. I don't know how many of you actually have to pay for.
It's like 1 quintessence for every like modification. But I'll let you describe what you want to do.
Oh man.
Or wait, how should I phrase that? I'll
Yeah.
suggest to the GM that you should. Never mind.
just tell me what you're doing.
Yeah,
Just do it.
it's kind of like we're in France though. Doesn't
Extended gator.
it's got a decent ground clearance with big tires, and it's a sedan with really nice comfy seats. So everybody, like there's shocks on the seats along with the shocks on the wheels. Like it's just to make sure everybody has a nice ride. All right, let's go.
All right, so the difficulty for this is going to be based off of how much do you care about the vegetation.
Is this happening while we're all inside, or did we at least pull over? Like how
I think we would have stopped. Yeah.
Oh
How
yeah, no, we
wacky
would've-
races is this? Okay. Just
Yeah.
checking.
not moving that fast.
Transforms midway through, like as they like approach the rough, it just like everybody's like
Just-
in
Gretchen
midair
just, like-
for a second. Oh fuck!
Playing
Yeah.
solitaire on her Palm Pilot while this all happens. Yeah.
Just
Oh, it's
ignoring
like
it.
we got to
The
go
one
that
thing
way.
I will remind people is that one of the like the drawback of Sosi is that because she is the spirit of the combustion engine, uh, she is ridiculously loud. There is no chance for stealth. If you even try to stealth her, she stops working. So
And gets angry
keep
with
that
you.
in mind. Yeah,
Eh.
happens.
We're not going to drive her in the crypts, so we should be okay.
Are you saying that Sosi has like a grudge against me or something like that? Like,
Well,
She's so
she would if
silent.
you tried to stealth her for any reason.
if I tried to.
Yeah, she doesn't mind you being stealthy. Just don't make her stealthy.
Yeah, don't put that on me. Don't put that on her.
Okay.
Okay. So are you trying to avoid vegetation, or just trying to like get there?
Get there.
Yeah, I was actually gonna put it to a vote as I got in the driver's seat, sat behind him, and just like, man, it'd be a lot of fun to go fast and hard, but that's gonna leave a real obvious trail, and it's gonna do quite a bit of damage to the vegetation. How do we feel?
Downed trees. It's not like we're putting toxic sludge in our wake like some Pentex villain or something like that. I'm fine.
Yeah, let's just hope we don't run into a crystal. Wouldn't that be something? And I take off.
All right, so I will make the difficulty for you be 6. You have a specialty, so you get an extra die for that.
Okay. Oh, god damn it. I'll spend a willpower.
You can't. You got to do that before you roll.
Holy shit.
Hey, I didn't fail though. All right, I didn't.
Yeah.
You didn't
I didn't
botch.
crash and ruin, or didn't crash and ruin Sophie.
But you
I'm
did
just
you did get minorly stuck, and
Okay.
you know it slowed down the thing. But you guys were able to get out without anybody getting covered in mud or anything. It's just a pain in the neck. So
we
go ahead
just,
and roll
like-
again.
All right, this time I'll spend a willpower.
Immediately ride us into a ditch, and like Kyle has to push it out on like neutral or something.
This is so. Next thing I know, I'm going to be shooting in 3-round bursts, and I'll just be missing the target, and I'll just paint a little picture around. Why don't we
I
just-
meant to do
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
All right, so with the willpower and the 10, that becomes 5.
5. All right. So I'm going to say that you're able to bust through this area without much of a problem. But you do leave a decent amount of devastation in your wake. And when you approach the caves, you arrive at like this. You're pretty deep inside of the forest at this point. The trees behind you are, there's an obvious wake of devastation that you created to get here. But some of it is popping back up already, and I mean, it's going to be obvious that something's there, but you didn't like kill every fucking thing that like you ran into, and split the trees in half or anything. Just bent them over for the most part, found the good ones to go over. And
Yeah, as I get out of the car, I just look back at the path and think, I'm sure that's not going to come back to bite us.
And then there's about a 10-foot like in diameter cave opening that you kind of see that's like into like a small hill basically, in this kind of clearing that you guys come to. You also do notice that there, and one of the things that you were able to take was, to a certain degree, you were able to find the trails that exist here, because there is trails that he would have had you guys take in order to get to this area. But you just plowed right through them instead. And so it wasn't too
More fun that way.
bad. Too bad. That's the only way that you'd actually be able to get here, technically, anyways. So. You guys arrive, you jump out, the cave has this very dark, foreboding feeling coming from it.
Wait. Standard thing with Sosi. She gets to tool around.
Sosi seems kind of freaked out by the cave and says that she just wants to go back in the keychain.
Okay. She gets back in.
I hope you had fun.
Oh yeah, yeah. She
Vroom,
loved.
vroom,
She
vroom.
had a lot of fun.
I switched to the P90 and start. I'm going to be in front, is what I'm trying to say.
All right, Kyle, it's your show. Let's go.
Kyle is guiding me.
It's been a while, but I'm gonna pop one of my pills that gives me cat eyes so I can see in the dark.
Do you have a spare one? If not, don't worry. Don't worry. You know.
I don't know, that'd be up to Josh for luck, I guess.
I'd say yeah, you can have an extra set.
Okay, yeah, I give one to Malakai then.
I blink rapidly and then thank you for it.
Kyle picks up one of the torches that's in the very beginning of the cavern, and when he picks it up, it lights up automatically without him, using any flint and steel or any lighter of sorts.
Did he use magic?
He did not use magic.
What kind of devilry is this?
He's a witch! Get him!
Witch!
Okay, so they were enchanted or
That's what it seems.
scienced.
Well, enchanted from
Well, just
reality
science we can't
deviant.
understand.
reality
Reality
deviant.
deviants with their self-lighting torches as I turn on a flashlight.
I also.
All right, Kyle, take us to the vault.
I send Steve up front with Gretchen and Malakai. He kind of looks like they're the dream team with their dark vision, and he like goes up there, in his like kind of cool pose, and he's like ready to go. I'm just like there with a flashlight as well.
I look back at you, and the look on my face says, "This might be dangerous. I hate for him to get snatched." But then looking down at him, he's freaking ready to go. It's like, all right, man, let's go. And we move forward into the catacombs.
Yeah, you look at him, and he just goes like a sup face, and he's like Mao, and then he like kind of tilts his head towards the door, like chip chop chip.
Just for my benefit, what does the cat look like again? I keep thinking black cat, but I'm pretty sure that's wrong.
It is not. No, it
I
is
picture an orange tabby so far. So please,
That
what
is
is
like
the?
my real cat, but I did not have that till like 18 years later. No, Steve is I used the internet and I picked the prettiest cat I could find, and he is a long-haired Abyssinian cat, and they have a weird kind of like dark red coat with like tabby stripes in it.
Oh, fun.
Interesting. Wow, that's beautiful.
How big is he? Is he like
He's a chunker. He's a big cat. He's like medium large. I would say he's like 14 pounds.
so a
Okay,
big
yep.
cat for a normal cat, but not like Maine Coon or anything?
No, not Maine Coon, no.
Okay.
I love Maine Coons. They're like little puppies.
Well, your dog suggests that is true.
All right, so you guys take off into the caverns, and Kyle kind of takes the lead here, kind of taking you to, and when you come you'll come to like a couple different forks in the road, where he kind of, there seems to be like a tablet that he arrives at, that's kind of like etched into the wall that kind of separates, the different splits that kind of come. And there's ones that are 2 or 3 or 4 door 4 different avenues that you could kind of go down, and each time he's kind of going to each one of these and entering in different kind of symbols at each one. Does anybody want to try and observe what he's actually doing, or are you just gonna keep an eye out for bad things that are going to be happening, like jumping out at you?
Oh
I
man, I
have-
want to do both.
I have an idea for me, but I'm just on like, jumping out. Gretchen is just on like patrol. But every time Kyle stops at one of those pillars or whatever you just said, and he's like putting in the runes, Steve does that cat thing where he's like rubbing up against his legs. So if Kyle makes a run for it, Steve will trip him.
Nice. So Malakai, what are you doing when he arrives at these forks in the road? Um,
Assuming that nothing has, we haven't seen anything to worry about yet, he is going to try to get him to explain what he's doing to the best of his ability, and again, kind of continuing the whole camaraderie, and then also mutual respect for his skills. But yes, I'm trying to. I'm until we see something that changes my mind. I am attempting to learn what he's doing while he's doing it.
okay, and Phaedra?
I'm just on high alert, looking for threats. I whipped out my analyzer to see if there's any I'll give me a pip if there's other organisms around.
Okay, and then Tycho?
When he's doing the figuring out which way to go, I would like to do a probably hypertech, maybe just a ret roll, just to figure out what spheres he's using.
Okay. All right, so we'll go backwards in that order then. Or actually, no, we'll go back to Gretchen. Gretchen, go ahead and do a perception plus alertness roll. So you guys have gone in a few times. Everything seems to be going fine, but maybe something might change after this. But there's been a few, you've already gone through a few things. Malakai, you've kind of got comfortable with, trying to, decipher what's going on here rather than being on the lookout while Gretchen's on lookout. So for this round, Gretchen, you so up to the first three things, everything seems to be going quite well. And then on like the fourth and fifth fork, you start hearing something in the caves. You can, with 4 successes, I'm going to say that you can hear that there is something that is breathing extremely heavily and doesn't seem to be moving at all though. And it seems to be coming from up ahead. I would say that you would anticipate to reach it in the amount of time that it took you to get to where you are here, and how long it's gonna. You probably maybe about 2 corridor or 2 splits away from arriving at where this creature is, and you kind of are now able to kind of discern probably which direction to go if you want to reach the breathing that's happening. You don't know if that's necessarily the directions you'll be going, but it sounds like if you follow the right path so far, and you've been hearing this kind of in the beginning a little bit, and it's just you've been more closer and closer you're getting, and you keep on getting closer and closer to it. And you definitely feel like you've verified that at this point.
Um,
Oh,
Mind
hold on
scan?
real quick.
No?
We'll just
Okay.
go through everybody else real quick here, and then
You
we'll
got it.
kind of give you guys a group chance to tell each other what's going on, because this will be, you guys will kind of be at the fifth fork when you guys kind of, or yeah, about the fifth fork when you guys kind of are able to relay all this information to each other, I think. So Malakai, go ahead and do a perception plus alertness to see if you can decipher anything about what he is doing here. Actually, no. Perception plus occult if you have it. You can use alertness instead, but you can also
Nope, I have
use
a cult.
occult. Alertness will be difficulty 8. Occult will be difficulty of 6.
Okay. It's gonna say okay. Hopefully that is straightforward. Add a 6 with a cult. Looks like 2 successes.
All right, so with 2 successes, you will have you're kind of getting an idea of what the runes are and kind of what he's kind of doing here. I'd say with 2 successes in the very beginning here, you can tell that he's definitely spelling out something and he's looking at the different runes that are on the different doors themselves. And then he is entering in on the rune board that he has the same exact lettering of the um, room or the tunnel that he's going down. But you haven't quite deciphered what these runes are or what the corresponding language or words are that he's making out. But he seems to be reading the occultic runes, and then and you also get that these are not French. These are kind of Viking-ish runes that you see that he's and that's what you kind of get from your occult kind of aspect.
For technocratic perspective, would it be fair to say that I'm watching him enter a password over distance? Like each character that he's putting into the actual like stonework is like one piece of a password, and then he's using where we are and what we're doing. Not that I understand anything, beyond that, but just like he's using what we are, where we are, and what is available on the doors to decipher what the next
What the password
character
is, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's
Okay.
kind of deciphering everything. He's not. I guess before I was saying that he's kind of using the one that the door, not door, but the passageway that you pick. But he's using most of that. But he's also using everything that's kind of up there.
Okay.
For all the different kind of runes, and you can see that there's like almost like this doesn't seem like it's been used in a while. But it seems to be like in pristine condition for as crazy old as all this stuff seems to be.
Okay. The only other thing that I just want to mention, I don't want to actually do anything with, but point out that my alertness specialty is sound, is listening. So, for the future. I have a feeling it's going to be next round, but I just wanted to point that out.
And then Phaedra, you wanted to sorry, I forgot. What was your
I was looking for any other life forms that are in here other
Okay.
than us.
Perception plus alertness then.
Three successes.
So you just recently started hearing the like heavy breathing as well.
I pull out my building analyzer that will show me like
Well, we'll get to
it,
that real quick because we're going to do Tycho real quick, and then we'll just kind of open the floor to you guys to make sure you guys are also giving each other your information.
cool.
And so Tycho, you were and are trying to figure out what was going on. Is that correct?
Yeah. So when he's doing his
But you were using a
deciphering,
ret, just pure ret,
uh,
right?
well, I would, since it's basically the sensing version of each sphere. The difficulty should be, I think, 4.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still using technology, but at a difficulty of 4, it's kind of redundant to make the roll. So if just roll a ret.
Yep.
All right. And so I'm just looking what spheres is he using. Yeah, I mean 5 because it's a difficulty 4.
So you scan for spheres, and you can tell that there's definitely like some forces, matter, and like prime shit that's going on with the runes and the like tablets that he's interacting with. But he himself is not using any spheres at all or any magic. He is reading what's up on the, above these passageways and then deciphering, as Malakai said, deciphering a password of sorts, entering that in, and then going down one of the tunnels.
Is
That
all
son of a
the
bitch.
actual magic happening in the thing that he has?
Like, yes, the tablets that he goes up to that are
Yeah,
like
and
on the wall.
oh, he doesn't have a thing. He's just interacting with the thing on the wall.
Right.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So he's actually doing this based off of knowledge that he has.
Correct. Yep.
Okay. Just a real maybe not any extra information here, but dimensional science, do I get any pings on that?
No dimensional
Spirit.
science pings.
Really? No spirit. Interesting. Okay. That's it for me.
All right. So you guys are, gone in a couple of things. You're heading towards some heavy breathing, and he's deciphering the next one. What are you guys kind of talking to each other about?
I will say this. Fork 5 is a cool band name.
Okay.
Brought to you by the
Um,
utensils.
I don't know, it's like a tongue twister,
Uh-huh.
or the fourth fork? Fifth fork? Never mind. Go on.
is there anything that anybody wouldn't share? Can we just assume that we all know everything that we heard?
I basically like pull up the sign language that we've got company.
Does anybody know sign language?
I have a feeling that I can. Well, okay, maybe I can't.
We could just whisper.
It's the whole purpose. I don't know what's up
Guys.
ahead.
We have the mental link.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm here, guys. I'm still here. You know?
Something's heavily breathing up ahead. I'm going to check it out.
I probably put a
Oh,
should I have put a
Um,
Bluetooth for Kyle so we could talk to him and remind
Yeah.
us?
I can whisper to him. I was going to actually ask him if he knows what that is. Does he know of the defenses of the vault? Is this Is it a defense of the vault?
I don't think it would be a defense of the vault.
So you don't know it. You've never heard about.
Well, I'm not
Big
really
ass
hearing
pictures.
what you're hearing, so I'm not sure. I mean, maybe we won't. Maybe I've never gone down the wrong way, so maybe it's when you go down the wrong way.
Keep your voice down, man.
Oh, what? Oh, okay.
All right. That sounds maybe that's the case. How far away is it?
wrong
I
one.
say through the mind
I'm
link.
gonna whip out my building analyzer that allows me to like scan the building and tweak it so I can see just whatever that is. So I can get an outline of what it could possibly be.
Okay, give me a technology plus intelligence roll, difficulty of 6.
I'm going to toss you a little battery that is one task consumable for the purposes of lowering a ret.
And then a ret difficulty of we can go with just 3 for this already, so you don't even need to use the battery. Because you're just doing a level 1 scan, basically.
Oh, yeah, okay.
3 successes.
3 successes. All right, so you kind of scan. You get a ping kind of back of there is a I'm trying to think of how I could explain this with 3 successes. You get that it's definitely a hybrid format of. I'm just gonna say you guys have dealt with them. You get like a black spiral dancer ping back in Krynos form, and it seems just to be about 2 corridors up. or no, sorry, the next corridor. So it's left and right now. You can go left or you can go right. If you go right, you're gonna run into a black spiral dancer.
Okay.
Okay. Has
I
Kyle
relay that
chosen?
information to them, and then I ask Kyle, from the decipher that we're going to, which direction are we headed next? Because I'm not trying to like freak him
Mhm.
out yet.
I mean, I don't know quite yet. I'm still trying to figure out this one. This is an interesting one.
Yeah. Also,
I-
what happens if you go the wrong direction? Like normally.
I don't know.
I assume you get lost.
To
Like
be honest,
forever.
I've never. I mean, rumor, like what we talked about as kids, is that there's like monsters that have been lost throughout these caverns,
Oh, okay.
and that once you get lost, you'll never be able to find your way again. That there's, always just outside of your reach type kind of maze in there. But other than, I've never got lost in it myself or know what kind of shit is actually out there. But I am
Yeah,
hearing
well,
that thing that you're talking about now, and
yeah.
that seems kind of creepy.
Okay.
Well, go ahead and do your thing.
Do my thing.
Yep. I'm going to just kind of casually go ahead and set up at a good shooting position towards the left side. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
BSD is down the right, isn't it?
Now I'm not sure. We'll just say right. We'll say right.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay,
officially
BSD is down
now
the right.
I'm gonna
it's on
write
the
that
right
down.
side.
It's on the
It's
right
on the
side.
right side, and
On
I am
the
going
right.
to say that I am setting up to shoot at him if he comes towards us. That would have been an easier way to say that.
I have been scanning Kyle while he's been doing each one of these to see what spheres. I would like to scan him while he's doing this one and cross-reference it with the previous examples to make sure that nothing out of the ordinary is occurring.
Okay. Nothing seems to be out of the ordinary. He's not using any magic still, and he just seems to be deciphering whatever, riddle-ish. Because now you're kind of getting the sense that he's deciphering riddles. Because just the expression that he kind of gave was of the like, this one's harder than before. And you guys gonna just wait him out then and see which side that he picks, whether he picks right or left?
Yep.
I
'Cause
do
if
not
we
want to
don't have to
engage.
go right, it's not a problem.
Yeah, I don't want to engage unless if we have to.
Okay. So a little bit of time passes, and he's like, "Okay, I've got some bad news.
Right side?
We need to go right."
Of course you do. Okay.
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 All right.
Werewolf lore 4. What's the fastest way to kill a fucking black spiral dancer? It's fire usually, right?
Silver.
Silver. Yeah.
And I didn't have a chance to make bullets yet, huh?
I should have a clip of silver and a clip of prime. The silver was made a long time ago, and I don't think
Oh
I put
yeah.
enough successes to make it last forever. So I got a clip of prime, which is not bad.
I mean, I have a laser gun. That has to do aggravated damage, right?
Not silver damage though. It's unsoakable.
If I trank the shit
Okay.
out of him, will that at least slow him down?
Maybe. They usually have a lot of stamina.
Yep. Okay. Okay.
Have you ever dealt with a black spiral, Gretchen? I almost got murdered by one once.
Yeah. They were not fun, to say the least, about that. Meaning that it's classified. Sorry.
All right, so this is going to be a long shot. What are the odds that I would be able to make a we don't have any silver on us. In a clip of silver ammunition with the tools that are available around us.
What do you have in matter?
Matter 2.
You can do some manipulation. You might be able to pull it out of some stuff.
Entropy 5. I need some silver. Oh, here's a pile of silver.
Look at that! Look at the walls. They're made out of
This
silver.
used to be a silver mine.
Hey, Kyle, what's in that backpack?
Is
Oh,
an
my
X5?
backpack full of silver?
Okay, quick question. Technocracy lore. Is an X5 protector a thing, or was that like a homebrew my old GM made up? Because I thought it was a gun that had multiple types of bullets in it that was standard issue for the Technocracy, that had like sun bullets, iron bullets, regular bullets, and silver bullets, and you could flip them around.
I don't believe
a
that.
thing?
I don't think so. I don't believe I've read that and not in M20 at least.
Okay. I will research this. This might have been a homebrew. Once again.
X5 Protector, Mage the Ascension Revised, page 245.
Okay.
I've been kind
really?
of building that with my pistol. My pistol has a bunch of clips for it. And I can different ammo types.
What is the description of the X5 that
It's
you
pretty
found?
long. Let's see here.
It was the X5 projector?
Protector.
Protector.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to derail game. I just was like, oh, do we need to like mine the tunnels for stuff, or is this a real thing? So
Invisible to all metal detectors. Shows up looking like a fully functional device of the type that it is designed to mimic. So it looks like not a gun. Entire weapon is sealed. The ammunition is coated with a thin layer of plastic. Chemical sniffers can't find it. Matter magic. Even matter magic requires an additional success to detect the true nature of the L2. Oh, I'm reading the Linebarger L2 discrete pistol, which is a modification on the X5 protector.
Oh my god. People have already made the guns that I want to make. Makes me feel sad.
We're the
like
Technocracy, guys. Like,
I'm not going to get to make it, but
remember
also
the whole shrink ray discussion we had last time? Like,
yeah, that one's I'm disappointed I didn't think of that myself. Well, it to me when you said it can what it's replicating what it looks like that says it can look like anything, and by that I mean a musket, or it could look like an AR-15, or it could look like, especially if there's pistol upgrades for it.
So this is the NWO version of the X5 protector. I can't. It is in Mage the Ascension Revised, page 245. See, this is the problem when all my books are in the other room.
Well, I guess the question, if it does exist and does work that way, is if
whether
Josh
you guys
is going to let my P90 be one.
I'm wondering about this. Is it a wonder or is it standard issue, as in everybody gets one?
oh,
I can't.
I don't know. I'm actually walking towards a book now. I'm using my laptop to walk. Page 245, correct?
It feels like something that maybe unit commanders would have, but
Page 245. Yep.
seems like it'd be expensive to mass manufacture.
Is it the
It's
Mage book or the
revised.
Technocracy book?
Mage the
I've got-
Revised. Mage
I've
the
got
Ascension
second
Revised,
edition.
which is it's third edition basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I do not have down here at this time.
I should
Do
also
have it
get it.
upstairs. But in any case, I'm gonna say that you guys don't have access to them right now. Just to make things speed up and actually, I'll wait for if you have the Mage the Ascension Revised. Then I'll wait for that actually.
Yeah.
How do I not have a copy of this book?
I know.
literally
I'm like,
read
how is
like
this
every
book not
fucking
the one
book
I'm
I've done.
thinking of? No, I just
it's-
have the actual.
Yeah, revised is 4600. I just have 4300. Wait, let
Yeah.
me go back to the other room.
Anyways, so we'll say that you don't have access to those at this point in time, but what you do have access to is maybe some minor stuff, silver. Like you might be able to get enough together for like one silver bullet.
All right, we're gonna just fill them with regular bullets. All right, we just need to create enough time. All right.
The openings that you guys kind of come to are usually like roundish kind of openings that kind of splinter off with different kind of like this whole thing is still like looks like very much like a cave, like not very well finished walls or anything like that. Everything is very still like cave like, and then you come to like an area that just has like a well etched out tablet and then some well etched out like runes and stuff like that on the walls and stuff, but very much still like natural openings and stuff like that around you. And um, so you guys can go right, which is the way of the werewolf, or um, you could turn back and decide to come back later. And you don't you notice that it's not been moving away and it's not been coming closer or anything. It seems to be pretty stationary where it's at.
May
What's
I
our sneak capabilities?
or sneak cake like sneak? Like stealthing?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, you are incredibly excellent at it.
I mean, me and Steve are kind of like those tandem Jedi when it comes to that. But
Do we have any grenades?
can I do a mind scan on the thing?
I mean, we could always do the
Do you have
same thing we did.
correspondence of, I think you would need 2 at least?
Yeah, I have 3.
3? Okay, then yeah, you can try and do a remote mind scan if you want.
Okay.
Give me how are you doing the mind scan?
Calling them on the phone, man, like I always do. 1-800 werewolf this time.
Technology plus um I'm gonna say wits. All right, that's what, 3, maybe more, 3 successes. All right, so 3 successes. Difficulty of your mind magic then will be we're gonna say 3.
And Tycho, you get that laser pistol, right?
Yeah, so that should do aggravated. It's just not. It's soakable.
Okay, Phaedra, you're thinking of tranking him heavily.
Are there any like spiders around? Just like
Oh, that's an
enlarge a
interesting idea.
spider and just send it right at him.
Do you wanna look for one?
Oh, there's spiders around. That'll be easy enough to find. Gretchen, with your 3 successes, I'm gonna say that you get a feeling of he seems to be in some sort of odd meditative state and interacting with the like in a ritualistic kind of manner and seems to be doing something in the next room up.
Got a werewolf that's a traditionalist, like that's a magic user on top of everything else. This is not good.
Oh, werewolves do all sorts of crazy rituals. Even black spiral dancers. Um, can she tell me some stuff about it? And maybe I can figure out what he's trying to do with my werewolf lore.
Go ahead and make a werewolf lore difficulty of 9. And plus intelligence.
Yeah.
I want to help, so I'm thinking good thoughts, and didn't help.
Nope.
Um, so when you hear what she kind of puts out to you, you're like, he's caught in some kind of spiritual trap. It sounds like that's not some werewolf thing that I know about. Wait a minute, did you get any successes? You did get us. No, you did not. You got a botch. So yeah,
Did not.
he's trapped. He's caught in some kind of crazy spell, like, and maybe that's actually maybe not the way to go, and that's the reason why you guys should go the other direction.
Well, no, I mean, we got to follow Kyle, but if he is caught, we probably can sneak past him. Even if we're not super stealthy, we just need to, like, you know. So why don't we have Gretchen, because she scared the shit out of me earlier. We'll follow, but we'll keep a little distance back, and then you can let us know what you see via the mind link as you get up there. Or you can send your cat. Just know that if the werewolf is violent, that cat is not going to last. It's going to be a little snack.
Have we established that it's fine to go backwards in this place?
I have no intention on doing that, but
No, I mean, like,
Kyle,
it's
it's
easy enough to go backwards. Like,
yeah, you have to leave. If you go to leave, they're going to let us go the other direction out.
Yeah, and it's not a maze the other direction. There's always only one. When you come out, there's multiple other passageways, but it's always just one to the next one.
Yeah, I just felt there was a thing where it's like, people that go the wrong way get stuck or something, but maybe that's not the case.
When they go the wrong way, that does, yes. Correspondence will
Oh.
totally fuck with the entire environment, and then you just can't go back. I mean, that's the rumor of what happens when you go the wrong way. Might not be true.
I still think we should press forward.
The thing is, if we go into that room, Kyle has to do the next thing.
Yeah, but if he's trapped in some kind of spirit trap, you can see that shit. Like, just make sure we're not also going to get trapped in it, and then we'll be fine.
It's one werewolf versus the 5.5 of us.
Yeah, let's just go up ready.
Spider.
And
well, he's trapped, isn't he? So I mean, I don't think we have to worry about it.
Tycho, you gave us the info that he's trapped.
Let's just go.
Yeah.
Come on. Like,
Kyle
takes his torch and is like, "Let's go. Let's go kill him."
Kyle, you still need to stay in the back, buddy.
And also, we need to do it quiet.
I'm always in the
just. Well, maybe this time, just because of.
Let me throw it out here. If we do have people that are really good at stealth, do we have any grenades? Because maybe we can just blow them up, to start.
I don't generally carry grenades as a standard outfit. It's not in my everyday carry.
You're in your suit though, right?
No, we're just like in France. We're not.
That's true. So
it would be really risky, and although I would appreciate the benefits it gives me, I don't think that I would risk damaging it via extreme backlash. Suddenly we run into a school bus full of children or some shit. I don't know. Actually, they would probably handle it the best, to be honest. But
it
would be a school bus of old people that might suddenly have heart attacks. That, in any case, no, I'm not in my armor.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just all go through. Let's just do it.
I kind of want to have someone maybe stealthy. Just keeping maybe the cat, if you're willing, or Gretchen herself, just out front with eyes open and a mind link to us. So, when we finally discover you were wrong, we're not right next to him. It's just smart because who knows what's all around here.
Somebody's cat just purr on the microphone.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah. Technogate the ASMR edition.
So, Gretchen, do you want to try and sneak up on this werewolf?
Sure.
Do a stealth plus dexterity plus cloak, difficulty of 6, and I'm -3 on my dice pool. So yeah, you sneak up on a werewolf. So when you enter into the room, there is a like thick black, um, almost like fog that seems to be swirling around him. He's meditating in full Krynos form. He's a giant, like 9 foot tall, you know, black beast of a werewolf. And he seems to be sitting in a like meditative trance, like suspended midway in the room with all these dark shadows just spinning all around him. And then you can see that they'll like hit the wall and like touch the text and then go down and start hitting like and hit the tablet, and you see like the tablet is slowly like turning and milling and tilling, and the walls are like getting, or the runes are all getting like, slowly like caressed by these shadowy-ish like mist thing that's like swirling around him. Um, you guys all enter in though coming behind her pretty quickly. Are you going to, upon immediately seeing this, stop them from following you in some way, shape, or form, or are you going to allow them just to enter the room?
So, okay, two thoughts about this. My first one is like Gretchen is trying to be the more progressive technocrat, but she sees this and she's like, "Oh fuck no." And then she has a specialty in awareness which is ward. So she's going to be like hold in their minds so she can see if there's like a giant fucking ward we're not going to walk into and get electrocuted or something with these like ghost beasts or lose our souls or something. See.
It does. In order to even get in the room, you'll have to kind of go into the mist, and you don't get any kind of feeling of warding per se. You see, it almost seems to be the opposite of this. Seems to be weakening any warding or deciphering wardings or locks, and this is some kind of crazy ritual that he's doing in order to break down the barriers that are in each corridor, basically. And it
He's brute
seems to be like
forcing
a
it.
very
Even
slow process.
yeah.
Am
Yeah.
I? Can I? Have we established that we've kind of gotten to the edge of this,
Yes. Yep.
or not? Um, can I look with dimensional science through my thing, see what's going on here?
Sure.
Um, I'll just roll a ret at 6 because it's
That sounds pretty good.
standard. Yeah. Oh shit! 5 successes.
All right. So you can definitely tell that he's doing some kind of ritual that is breaking the warding basically here. That's going to allow him to proceed to the next corridor without getting stuck.
Okay.
Is it entropy based?
I mean, it's entropy based, or I mean, yeah, it's extremely heavily entropy based, basically. It's
Is
almost
he using
Damn it.
any spirits
yes.
or
The
okay?
spirits are in the it's nothing that'll affect you in this world, but if you went into the spirit world, you might have to fight some banes and shit because there's like basically like he's using the bane spirits around him in order to like cast this spell basically.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
got a little help.
this is the fucking Black Spiral Dancer hooking in the USB, and it's like going through all the characters until it gets the right combination. But it's all like Banes on the other side of the shroud.
So, do you say in the mind link that this is like an evil werewolf, basically?
I mean, yeah, probably. I fucking hate Black Spiral Dancers. There's nothing ever good that comes from them.
Okay, I'm thinking that I'm seeing this. This is like bad. She has like a post-traumatic stress disorder from like being left stealthing in the middle of a vampire and werewolf battle. So she's just like, no, bad. She wants it gone. And so I would like to stealth up to it and like just slap some electrodes on it and just like melt its brain or something. Like,
Okay. So normally this is where I would have us jump into initiative. However, because we are right at the end of the
yeah.
night, we
Sorry.
will not jump. No, and that's perfect. That's a
Okay.
great like that's gonna be kind of our lead in into the combat. Where you know your stealther basically wants to start the combat, so we're going to combat. I'll allow for you guys, so you know what Gretchen's going to be kind of doing. What are you guys preparing for before we start the combat, which will happen at the beginning of next game?
Oh man. Are we in a hallway? And he's in like a chamber that opens up off of at the
Yes.
end of that hallway?
Yep.
Okay. How big is his cloud of smoke relative to the size of the chamber?
So the chamber is probably about maybe 150 feet diameter, kind of circular-ish kind of area. It's another two split room. So there's left and right that you can go, tablet in the center of that. And
Okay.
his whole shadow shroud kind of thing that's whirling around him is taking up the whole room basically. So in order to even to get into the room, you know, out of your corridor, you will be walking into the mist.
Okay. And so yeah, so it's going up to the doorway. And she walked off into the mist. Like was she like signaling or no, talking to us over the mind link at the doorway?
She was
And
talking
then
to you at the doorway, yep, and then went in
and
to
then
go murder this
and then she goes in. Okay. All right. All right. How far back are we? I would like to think that we were relatively close or have been kept moving forward slowly.
So I think next time I will probably have a map for this combat actually, which is not normal
Oh,
for World of Darkness,
yeah.
but we might start off with a map in the beginning. But you would probably be at the you know 15
Mm,
feet at most into the corridor, or you know out before you get to the the corridor itself is probably like 30 feet long, and you're probably
all right.
halfway through.
To answer your question of what do, I run to the doorway
Okay.
and kind of take a crouched position. That will
Pretty
be
much ready to
me.
be initiated into combat as well.
Yeah, basically. Thank you.
And then Phaedra.
My plan hasn't changed. If anything, I'm just disappointed I didn't give her something to like
Booster.
be more effective. Yeah, and also like a syringe for more DNA.
I'm just gonna brain drain him. I'm not gonna like explode his body like mad science style. You can get some stuff later.
And that's why, Gretchen, you're my favorite person.
And Tycho, what are you going to be doing?
Well, I did run around with werewolves, and I know a little bit about spirits. And he has summoned what, like 1,000 jaglings, something like that. They are responding to his suggestion, and as a technocrat, I think I can probably override his bullshit and have them attack him.
Oh, so you want to override his spirits and make them attack him.
Yep. Well, actually, it's more like I'm going to project an aura onto him to give him the same aura as the thing that they are currently attacking.
Interesting. All right, so I think we'll start off next game then with a solid beginning of combat here, and we'll start off with initiative, but I think that each one of you will be able to get off what your little actions are here. And Phaedra, I think you might not have been able to give to Gretchen, but it sounds like you would be giving out some drug enhancements if people want them.
Oh yeah,
So
I
kind
got
of
plenty.
you get a long time to think between this cliffhanger downtime, where 3 seconds will have gone by, and then all of a sudden we're back in game. But you got a whole week to think, if not more.
If any
Probably
of us
just a week.
actually remember next
Oh,
week.
next week is Monday, the 20th. We might. I'll touch base with you guys, but I might be up in the Dells actually for a family Christmas thing next week.
All right, well, just let us know.
Yeah, I'll touch
Yeah.
base with you.
Would it loop all the way to the 27th? Or I don't know how long it would be. So
Oh, mine is just the 20th and 21st that we're doing a family thing. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Thank you all for playing. Thank you all for watching and listening, and have a great night.
Good night, everybody.
bye.
Hi, peeps.
Later, you guys have a good one.